Hi guys, it's Shay, and I'm talking today about grounding for readings. It's something that I don't really think about doing, but when someone asks about it as a beginner to tarot, I kind of jumped at the opportunity because I didn't realize that I had so much actually to say about it. So I'm going to just dive right in because it's probably going to be a rambly video. So first tip I have is to drink water before grounding. Well, in order to ground before reading. Water is a conduit, right? It delivers nutrients to our body, to our throat chakra. The throat chakra does great also with blue stones, right? So I use blue crystals in my water. That really helps open my throat chakra and better receive information from the subconscious, right? So drinking water. Also having an empty belly for reading. You don't want to have your digestive system working at the same time that you want to access your crown chakra, right? Because now you're having energy being pulled in completely different directions. So keeping the belly kind of in a fasted state, and then you'd have more energy to access information from your subconscious. Another way to ground is sitting on the floor, or if you're outside in nature, that's even better. You can sit on the ground, barefoot especially. Grounding in that way, you're connecting with earth. We are source, but we're kind of like a connection to source, right? We're kind of like the plug. So by directly connecting to earth, that's like that's how we plug in, right? That's how we're going to access information from the subconscious, and definitely remain grounded to do it. Grounding will help protect you from kind of, harsh, not even harsh, but it could take a lot of energy, right? It could take a lot of energy to do a reading. So it could help you remain level-headed, especially at the end. I remember doing an event in Manhattan, tarot reading event for 2 hours, and I actually went a little over time because the line was just so long, and I just wanted everyone to have a reading. So I went over time, but it was very draining. It was a lot of energy, and so I wasn't able to sit on the ground. I was in a chair, things like that, like not really having my setup probably how I usually would, even though I did have crystals with me, which I'm going to talk about with grounding. But I think if I was just able to do readings on the grass, I'd probably be able to go 8-10 hours. Like, probably. I mean, that's just how strong connecting with earth is. So since I'm already talked about crystals a little bit, I use black crystals to help me ground in readings. This is Tektite. That's Tektite. But any black stone, even red stones, because red stone, like red jasper, is very grounding. It's good for the root chakra, right? Disconnecting from devices great way to ground. It is not having all that radiation, not looking at TV or the computer or the phone. And when I say to disconnect from the phone, I mean even take it off or put on airplane mode. I keep my phone on airplane mode all the time. Besides if I have to, on social media, like I'm really not using my phone for anything, like for no internet. I don't need internet. I put on airplane mode. Keep that kind of that radiation away. It's a different it'll affect your energetic body, but it will be in a different, in a less intrusive way. I sleep with my phone pretty much near me for the alarm, right? But if I forget to put my phone on airplane mode before going to sleep, and I have that phone near me, I have the worst night's sleep ever. I really do. But every night I sleep with my phone on airplane mode, and even though it's still near me, I still have a restful sleep. So keep your phone on airplane mode before reading, and away from you. Don't look at TV for a short while before. Don't look at the computer for a short while before. This is disconnecting from that. It helps you become more mindful, puts you in a more present state, right? And being mindful goes right into my next topic, meditating before reading. Now I don't meditate before every reading, but if it's an emotionally triggering topic, then you would want to get your mind clear. You want to get it clear of judgment, expectations, right? Because when you begin a reading like that, you're going to put yourself in a cognitive dissonance, and you're going to see what you want the reading to tell you. Not good for being grounded at all. It's things like that makes people believe that, oh, you can't read for yourself, and you absolutely can read for yourself. How are you not going to read for yourself? Like, to me, it's silly. Now, if you want to read for yourself when you are emotional and you're crying and you're upset about something or you're hurt, like, no, absolutely not. Do not do a reading for yourself. Ground yourself first. Ground. Meditate. Put yourself in the state of awareness, the state of being open to any possibility, because most likely the answer that you are looking for is not going to come from your conscious. Is not going to come from the same energy that you're asking it with, right? You're not going to find a solution on that level. So, but I don't I don't meditate before every reading now. That please do not, I don't want to say that. This is how I segue into what I really want to talk about with grounding, and that's grounding with your deck. Grounding with your deck is like, when I say this, it's like it's having a best friend. Like, you know how your best friend, you don't even need to say what you're upset about sometimes, right? They already know, and they're already giving you the advice that subconsciously that's why you went to them, right? It's like, I know I went to you for a reason, because you know exactly what to tell me to get me back in. And that's what grounding with your deck is like. It's having that relationship with your deck. So first I want to talk about getting to know your deck, right? Now, most beginners have 2 or more decks. Now, when you have 2 or more decks, it's kind of like having an option of friends to go to, right? And you need to know, and you already know what type of advice that you're going to get from each person. So if you're saying, I need tough love right now, and you know that this person is just going to mother you to death and tell you how great and awesome you are at all times, you're not going to go to that deck, right? Because it's not what you need to hear. So you're going to go to the other deck. So getting to know your deck, get to know what it has to offer you. What can I come to you with? I'm going to link to my blog post where I give a tarot spread on interviewing your deck, because I love interviewing my decks. You can even do updated ones. I treat them like, yeah, you'll read in my article how I write the tarot spread for the decks, but I treat them like they're celebrities, you know, like they're doing a promotion for a new movie. That's how I interview my decks. I want to get to know them. I want to know what they have to offer me, what area of life I can go to them in. You know, do I want to go to you for career related things or love related things, you know? To get to know your deck like that. That's a great way to ground with your deck, so that you don't really need to do too much meditating before readings. Because like I said, it's like going to that best friend that automatically, look, we here. You don't even need to update me. We're here. Another way to ground with your deck is to shuffle. Simple, right? Shuffle. It was so simple. I had to remind myself. I had to look down at my notes, because I was surprised that people don't really know how to shuffle their cards. And I'm not talking about doing like the fantail, the dovetail, which is something like which is doing that, right? That's a dovetail. And I'm not saying that that's not how people know how to shuffle. You want to do whatever feels comfortable with you. What I'm saying is that people don't really have a varied approach to shuffling. Get to know your cards intimately, and sometimes people feel awkward when handling their cards. Nah, like that's your baby. Like I love like this. My cards are so like kind of, you know, worn out. Like I grab them, you know, not aggressively, but like that's your boo. Like, you know, into like, well, your deck knows you intimately. Like, you know, really shuffle and get lost in the shuffling. You know, do it like before you're reading. Just shuffle for like, shoot, like 8 minutes if you want. Like, it's not even about timing it. It's about, people just want to rush it. I guess they just want to rush it so much. And shuffling is the bond. It's how you get your energy into it. And then I'm telling you, just shuffle until you know that your deck is ready. I promise you, it's gonna let you know. It's gonna let you know when it's ready. When it's telling you, all right, cut now. You're gonna know. You're gonna know. Your cards is gonna. It's gonna be something elaborate. It's gonna be like a hard collapse. The cards. I mean, just do it. Just do it. You're gonna understand completely what I'm saying. But shuffle, yeah. Get to know your cards intimately. You know, like a lover. Get to know it intimately. When you have an intimate relationship like that with anything, right? Then it's gonna be easier for you to pick up where you left off. It's just like having best friends that, you know, you don't have to talk for weeks, months, you know, years, and you could just pick back up where you left off, right? That's what your tarot deck should be like. Lastly, to ground with your deck, forming that relationship, doing non-personal readings. It'll be like, now this, if you only use your tarot deck for like really personal or emotional things, it's like going to your friend and only having to talk about yourself, you know? Your tarot deck has personality. It has personality. It wants to talk about, to ask it about things in events in the news. Ask it about other people's lives, like what's going on with them. Gossip with, like, you know, your tarot deck has a personality. This one here, this is what I use for my Twisted Tea series. This deck has personality. It has a lot of personality. I could use it for writing prompts if I want to write fiction or something. I use this deck. I like this deck a lot for this. Like, for that reason, it's animated, so it loves the celebrity gossip series that I have with the tarot readings. It loves Twisted Tea. It'll give me any tea that I want. So that doing non-personal reading just for fun, just pull out the deck just because you want to talk about something, that's how you develop a relationship like that with your deck. So I think I gave a lot of ways on grounding before your reading. I think that these tips also, I didn't write this down, but I did think about it earlier when I was talking. Writing. I love to write before my reading. It helps put that energy. It helps get your mind in that mental, and it's just action, you know, because, and that's how you want to come to your tarot deck, right? Is in a place of action, a place of readiness. These are things, these are tips that you don't have to use all of them in order to be effective. You could use one, you can use all, you could use a few. It's all about what feels natural for you, because what feels natural for you is what's gonna get done, right? That's what you're gonna do because it feels natural for you to do so, and that's what's gonna be effective, right? So, and this is not an all-inclusive list. This is just something that I just thought of really quickly, just kind of chilling under the sun. So, yesterday was a completely cloudless day. There's a lot more clouds today, but it's a beautiful day nonetheless. It's always a beautiful day, right? So, I hope that I was able to give some valuable information. Please like, subscribe, share, comments. The comments are my best. That's my favorite part. I love comments, and I love feedback, and I love hearing what you guys want to see from me. So thanks for watching. And I talked about Twisted Tea in this video. If you're not watching my Twisted Tea series where I do tarot readings on celebrity gossip, I mean, it's just fun. It's just fun, right? And I think that we need to do more things that just make us smile and laugh and not take life so seriously. Especially tarot. It's really not that serious, guys. Life is not that serious. It's a movie. It's a video game. Have fun. I'm Shea Shay. Thank you for watching.